Gianna Scorsone. She is the COO and co-founder of Champion HQ. Here she is.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here today because community is certainly having its moment again. CEOs are all abuzz because they want community. They're trying to fill this gaping hole of lost growth because inbound and outbound aren't working the way that they used to. But do they really? Hard truth. I've seen your budgets, and they imply that community and advocacy are optional to the business as customer acquisition costs continue to hemorrhage dollars. Now, I know I'm preaching to the choir here. You need the power of dollars to build what community should be. Advocacy plus community equals the heart of the go-to-market engine. Question, do you consider yourselves part of the go-to-market team, and are you getting comparable budget? Follow-up, are you made to feel a part of the go-to-market team? Follow-up 2, are you building strategy across the customer journey with your go-to-market peers? Do you have a seat at this table? Or do you feel you're building something that ultimately sits apart and is wildly misunderstood and devalued? My hot take, most communities are siloed, and siloed programs fail every time. So let's take a step back and take a page from the exec playbook of today. Among CXOs, the latest rage is something called first-team thinking. For those of you who haven't heard of it, here's my interpretation. They're a team of peers, and the C-suite aligns on a cohesive goal and the strategy to get there. They move the ship together, and the outcome should be exponential growth because every leader is making decisions through this lens of outcomes, and then they bring this focus to their respective teams. So the TLDR, C-level peers equal first team, company goals come before individual goals, and every single decision is made with this in mind. I know, it sounds like Business 101. It's kind of incredible that the C-suite is just figuring out that this is what it means to be a team of leaders. But the C-suite is finally using this language, and when it's done truthfully, it's driving incredible impact. So my advice to you is create your first team of cross-functional, same-level peers across go-to-market, include support, include product, and learn their language. This will bring you alignment that will bring you to the center, the forefront of strategy to unlock your budgets. Find your first team of peers, and your goal is to have them explicitly understand how you, community, impact their goals. New pipeline, product roadmap and development, retention and expansion. I'm not going to share with you how you're driving impact to these because you know it, but your peers need to know it because these are their goals, which also happen to be the strategic growth goals of the organization, and now we're talking C-suite language. So if they understand this, they'll want in on community action and demand resources for you. Let's talk about the how. Here are 3 things you can do to create a strong first team. Pre-alignment one-on-ones, customer journey workshop, and the tech stack. Let's dive in. Pre-alignment one-on-ones, get to know their lens. You can't align if you don't know what they're experiencing and how they need to deliver. So meet with each of your cross-functional peers in your first team and ask them these 4 questions. What are your goals and targets? Where is your team excelling? What are the external factors impacting struggle? And how confident do you feel in hitting your targets this quarter and next? Understand how to speak their language and which parts of community and advocacy they'll care about so that they see this as an invaluable to them hitting their objectives. And now you're primed to understand what you can do knowing these factors, and you're ready to workshop together, which brings us to number 2, the customer journey workshop in 2 parts. Through the lens of the customer, discuss each stage and what you believe the customer experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly, the great. Next, through the lens of the internal team. What does a customer handoff look like? Where is their fallout? What do the conversion rates or key metrics look like at each stage? Where is their opportunity to lean in or to fix? And as a team, pick 1 to 3 things at each stage and commit to a cross-functional improvement plan. Now, here's the important part for you. Infuse community and advocacy actions at each stage and use their language that you pre-learned. It's your time to educate in a setting where they're primed to listen because you're building a strategy and solutions together. This will allow each of you to see the impact you have on each other's success in a unified shared vision and goals with advocacy and community at the heart of it and customers at the core of it. Third, the tech stack. Now, you may not have all of the influence here, but keep your eyes open as decisions are being made and speak up. Most teams, as you know, especially community, don't have access to customer data. And let me be very clear, you cannot build strategy without full context. So everyone on the first team should have access to the same customer data across the customer lifecycle. It will allow you to track your improvement plans, measure results, and of course, iterate. You can do this through a tool like Gainsight. Gainsight's done an amazing job of becoming the customer OS. This is why at Champion, we chose to integrate with Gainsight and Salesforce. We created an end-to-end data flow and visualization across teams that span all full customer lifecycle, pre-sale to digital onboarding, community, Champion-powered advocacy, and all post-engagement with AI sprinkled within. So, find your first team, because if you're not in on the conversation, you're out on your own. Thank you.